This right here is a beefy, beefy story, y'all. Because what it's showing me is that we've gone a lot further than I thought we could go when it comes to prosecuting the rigged election, stop the steal kind of stuff. Heads are actually starting to roll here, guys. So look at this. This is from Kyle Griffin. He says he's talking about the Michigan Attorney General just announced felony charges against 16 Michigan residents for their role in the alleged false electors scheme following the 2020 presidential election. Let me repeat that. 16 Michigan residents are now facing felony charges for doing a fake elector scheme. Now, by the way, I have to admit, I didn't even know Michigan was one of the states that did a fake elector scheme. My understanding was that, like, Georgia was the crown jewel, where we know they did it. It's caught on tape. And, like, it's a wrap. The people in Georgia are going to face consequences. I didn't even know it went on in Michigan. And then that begs the question, how many other states did this go on in? Now, maybe you guys know. If you do, put it in the comment section below. Each defendant has been charged with 1 count of conspiracy to commit forgery. That's a 14-year felony. 2 counts of forgery, a 14-year felony. 1 count of conspiracy to commit uttering and publishing. I don't know what that means. A 14-year felony, but apparently it's a hefty sentence. 1 count of uttering and publishing, 1 count of uttering and publishing, a 14-year felony. 1 count of conspiracy to commit election law forgery, which, funny enough, is a 5-year felony. It's the lowest charge there. And 2 counts of election law forgery, a 5-year felony. So you have 16 people who are facing serious time behind bars over what they did. Now, by the way, hilarious little addendum to this story. One of these people who was involved in the slate of Michigan fake electors tweeted in, like, May, "Here's the Democrats waiting for me to get arrested," and it shows a picture of, like, a skeleton sitting there tapping its fingers like this. Like, ha, I'm not going to get arrested, not at all. And then you know what? Turns out you are. Turns out you are. Turns out you did. Turns out you're facing some serious charges here, bro. When it comes to Trump, honestly, the documents case is a slam dunk case. If this was anybody else, it would already be over. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He repeatedly concealed documents from the federal government, top secret documents, classified documents, nuclear secrets, state secrets, etc., things of that nature. He repeatedly concealed them, hid them. He was asked multiple times to give it up. Obstruction is a slam dunk situation here. So for him, that's the obvious charge where it's like he's definitely going down on that. I think he's a little harder on the January 6th stuff, to be honest. More on that in a second. But look at this. The people who were his foot soldiers, the people who were listening to him and Giuliani and all the far-right goons, the Sidney Powells of the world, the Steve Bannons of the world, they're actually going to go down. And then the question arises, well, what about these people? Are they going to talk and make a deal? Are they going to say, hey, here's the 3 people who organized all of this and set it up? And I don't think I deserve to spend time behind bars. I was told this wasn't illegal. They were getting us to do something illegal we didn't even know. And so, here's the list of them. And how high up the chain does that go? Are people going to flip? Are people going to keep flipping? My guess is you don't have, like, mafia-like discipline with a code of ethics among these people, that they're all going to flip to try to save their asses. That's my guess. But we'll see. But either way, they might not be able to avoid jail time. So this is serious. This is the first time I've seen, like, there might actually be consequences for the stop the steal stuff, the rigged election stuff. And remember, guys, this was definitely a dire scenario. I mean, it's easy to say now this had no prayer of working. And on the one hand, that's kind of true. But on the other hand, the way the elections work, first of all, most of the states were Republican states. And the elections are certified at the state level. And so if you just got a snowball effect going where 2 or 3 states did the fake electors and said Trump won even though he didn't, then what's to stop all the other red states from saying, okay, we're going to do the same thing, Trump won? And then in that case, what happens? We have a massive constitutional crisis. Now, it looks like the Supreme Court effectively may have struck it down at the last minute. But I mean, you're really flirting with some Civil War type stuff there. And I'm one who goes after the hyperbolic types who claim we're always on the verge of Civil War. I don't think that's true. But in this instance, if there was a snowball effect and all these red states were trying to say Trump won, and they went through a whole process, they did the fake electors, etc., that's a crisis no matter how you slice it or dice it. So this is wild, man. This is wild. It looks like we might get some accountability. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.